And the new update that has been rolled out is 2023.12.1.1. So here we have update 2023.12.1.1. And there's quite a lot to this. So the first thing is text size. Choose standard or large text. Controls display text size. Controls display text size. If you set it to large, it's going to reboot the screen. If you say OK, the screen will reboot and it will come in with large text size. And there you can see it is slightly larger. So if we go down to display, scroll down, I'll put it back to standard, although I am a bit old and I need glasses, I can still read the screen quite happily. Alright, so that is text size, small and large. Then you've got a very useful item, controls search. So that is something new. You go to controls and now up here you've got search. So you can type in something, what am I looking for? Auto steer, autopilot, self-driving, autopilot, automatic, auto high beam. So it comes up with everything related to the search, which is very, very useful, especially for those people like me who sometimes forget where the menu item is. Now this is a nice one, points of interest on the map. So if we go down to the map, you've got points of interest that appear, and those are on and off with that thing there. But if we go to one of them, so I'm parked at Stockland Baldivis. Now it used to come up with a little bit of information, address and maybe a phone number or something, but now you've got some pictures of the shopping centre and the reviews, and you can then still navigate to it, call it, go to their website or mark it as a favourite. So that is another nice useful thing that has come up. So after points of interest, you've got speed assist. So that now uses the car camera to detect speed limit signs. Now it's always done that, but it's been a bit iffy, especially out in the country. Sometimes you're driving in a 90 zone and it thinks it's 50. Hopefully this will improve it. I have been out and I couldn't notice any difference, but it will detect speed limit signs and they will be displayed in here, and hopefully then you can use that to control your automatic cruise control. So that may be improved. As I said, I've been out and tested it and I can't see any difference at the moment. Phone call controls. You can control your phone calls from the steering wheel with the left scroll button. So you can answer or decline incoming calls. While you're on a call, you can use it to mute and unmute yourself or hang up, which is quite useful because frequently you have to come down here and start touching the screen down here, whereas now you can do it just with the scroll button. And in addition to that, you've now got scroll button customization. So you can do more with the left scroll button. You can adjust settings, brightness, acceleration mode, perform actions, and so on. And what you do is you can go into controls, display, scroll wheel function. So you can just do it by pressing on the left scroll and holding it for about 2 seconds, or you can select what it does here. So your options are control the temperature, fan speed, brightness of the display, save the dash cam, acceleration mode, steering wheel heater, camera, defrost, dome light or glove box. So if anything, I think Save Dashcam, glove box are the two main ones that I would possibly look at. So you can also do it by pressing and holding on the scroll wheel button, which I've just done, and then you can scroll down through all of those, and you can select by rocking it right and go up and down, or exit by rocking it left. So that's a beginnings. Maybe they'll do the one for the right button in another update. However, it also, the left one is the volume control. Gear chimes. I'll demonstrate this in a minute because I'm on charge, as you can see. It's charging, so I've got the cable plugged in. But when I unplug it in a minute and I put it in and out of gear, you'll hear the chimes. Get to know your Tesla feature. You can learn the basics. So this is great for new people. So you go to the app launcher, manual. So the app launcher is the 3 buttons down here, which if you touch, pulls up, and you've got all of these. So manual, you can go there. And then you've got all these: adjusting seats, phone key setup, wipers, and so on. Navigation. If you click on that, it will give you a bit of an explanation. Okay, adjusting mirrors. And then if you hit that, it will actually bring up that part of the menu, so you can do it from there. So that's quite a useful thing, adjusting your seat. That you have to do manually on the side of the seat. So that in itself is quite useful. And then the last one here is voice recognition language. Now I do know some people have been complaining that the voice recognition, when you press and hold the right scroll wheel on the steering wheel to give it voice commands, it doesn't always pick it up because they're British. Well, now you can go into the controls display voice recognition language. Controls display. Down here you've got voice recognition language. I've now set it to British English. Before it was just on English. Now I've never had any troubles, but for those of you that have, you can set it to British English. I've got British English as the navigation language, although I usually have the volume to 0 anyway. But because I'm British English, aren't I, darlings? All right, so that's it for this update. It's a fairly major update with some very, very nice things in there that are quite useful. The scroll wheel customization, phone controls, points of interest, and the search. I think that's great. So I'll be heading off home in a minute, so I'll just unplug the car to stop it charging, and then I'll demonstrate the 3 sounds that you get: putting it into reverse, putting it into drive, and hitting the park brake. You get 3 bing bongs. So with the gear chimes, put it into drive, bump bump, low high. Put it into neutral, bonk bonk, same. Put it into reverse, high low. Press the brake on the right stalk, bump bump bump. So there you have it. You've got going into park, reverse, neutral, and drive. You've got your 3 or 4 now different tones.